Hello and welcome to HBM's Crypto Corner for Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. We have a few things to talk about, so let's get started. First thing, I'm gonna link this video below, as I always put my links in the description below. I shall explain the science behind the eerie glow in Bigfoot's eyes. Now this is from Bigfoot Forensics. This is their newest video. And I always want to promote this guy because he's doing the right things. He is saying the right things as well when it comes to this subject of Sasquatch or Bigfoot. And he goes through, he explains about why we see eye shine and why what humans you know how when you take pictures of someone, their eyes reflect red, or their eyes are red. Well, it's not necessarily eye shine. It's just it's not the same as eye shine. He explains it in the video. I don't quite know how to explain it, but it's not the same as eye shine. It's like we see with other animals and with Sasquatch. So it's a fascinating video, so check it out. The link will be below. Boggy Creek Monster encounters history and research in Fouke, Arkansas. The small town of Fouke, Arkansas has been the center of attention for those interested in the legend of Boggy Creek and its elusive creature. The Fouke Monster, as it has become to be known, has been a part of the town's history for generations, and the Monster Mart serves as a museum, grocery store, and meeting place for locals to share their experiences with the creature. Recently, the Texas Cryptozoological Research Group visited the area to investigate the legend and speak with Denny Roberts, owner of the Monster Mart, and William Lunsford, a local researcher and author. During their conversation, Lunsford shared his first encounter with the creature in 1977, which led him to become a Bigfoot researcher. The Texas Cryptozoological Research Group has been conducting field work in the Sulphur River bottoms near Fouke, and their efforts have been captured on video. The group has been collecting audio and visual evidence of the creature's presence in the area. Now it says video unavailable, but you can watch it on YouTube, so if you click on that little link right there. So for those who think, well, the Legend of Boggy Creek was essentially the limit of Fouke Monster reports, well, as Lyle Blackburn has pointed out in his books, The Beast of Boggy Creek and Beyond Boggy Creek, sightings have gone far beyond the original 1971 Bobby Ford encounter. There have been sightings up to present day in the Fouke area. They're still going on. Now, could some of it be hoaxing? That's a possibility. I don't discount that. I do not discount that there's a possibility that there is hoaxing going on. But behind the hoaxing, there must be some legitimate stuff going on. At least I would imagine there's legitimate stuff going on. Folks are still recording audio, supposedly of the Boggy Creek Monster. So there may still be things going on in that area, despite any hoaxing that might be going on. And this link, of course, will be below in the description. Esther's 20-year quest, unraveling the mystery of Bigfoot's Oklahoma encounters. A chilling encounter with a creature known as Bigfoot has been captured on video and shared on the YouTube channel Extreme Mysteries. The video, titled Oklahoma Bigfoot / Monster Chronicles, features an interview with Esther, a Bigfoot researcher who has been searching for the elusive creature for over 20 years. Now that's Esther Schritter. She's a good friend of mine. And she was part of a documentary from J. Michael called Bigfoot in Oklahoma. And there is a bit of footage that she accidentally recorded several years ago of what may be a Oklahoma Sasquatch. Esther's fascination with Bigfoot began as a child when she saw a hairy, human-like face peering in at her through her kitchen window. This terrifying experience sparked a lifelong quest to understand the mysterious creature and face her fears. As Esther grew older, she began to venture into the woods surrounding her home in Payne County, Oklahoma. It was there that she found the first physical evidence of the creature's existence, a nest or shelter made of green briars and Johnson grass. Now, the video is the documentary made by J. Michael about Bigfoot in Oklahoma. And not only is there Esther's testimony, there's also testimonies from others at the Honabi Bigfoot Festival a few years back. So, it's a fascinating video. I recommend everybody checking it out. Of course, this link, as all the links, will be in the description below. Bigfoot's natural disaster survival, senses, shelter, and water sources. In a recent video from the Bigfoot Mystery, Squash DTV host Steve Coles, not Kolinsky, his name is Coles, and Chris Bennett, well, at least they got that right, discussed an intriguing topic: how Bigfoot survives natural disasters. I'm excited to share some insights from the video with our fellow Bigfoot enthusiasts. Steve and Chris begin by expressing their concern for those affected by the ongoing hurricane in Florida. They acknowledge the challenges faced by residents, including the potential impact on local Bigfoot populations. The duo then transitions into discussing the effects of volcanic eruptions on Bigfoot habitats. Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams, both located in the Pacific Northwest, are used as examples of volcanic activity that could affect Bigfoot populations. The pair explains that Bigfoot may have heightened senses or a deep connection with nature, allowing them to sense atmospheric pressure changes and even vacate areas with impending seismic activity. Furthermore, Bigfoot might be knowledgeable about remote areas, caves, or underground burrows that can provide protection during seismic events. When it comes to forest fires, Bigfoot can navigate dense forests and seek out less fire-prone areas, such as river valleys or waterways. So, that's a very interesting topic. Where do Sasquatch go during bad weather? During hurricanes, do they retreat from the area and go somewhere else? Are they that self-aware? There are those who say that animals are self-aware. So I guess it wouldn't be surprising if these individuals, these creatures, these entities, sought out shelter elsewhere. Where do they go? I really don't know. Or do they hunker down? I don't know. I don't think they would hunker down if they know there's disaster coming. Wouldn't seem to make sense to me for them to hunker down. Most likely they would leave the area. So, really interesting topic. Very fascinating. And here's one from Are They Ribbing Us with This department. Bigfoot finally captured. I already revealed this 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? I can't remember quite when it was. But you can tell, obviously, that's a guy in a suit. There was a promotion for a local head shop there in Oklahoma. But apparently, someone called Black Mass Paranormal has decided, they say they're skeptical of the footage, but can't help but be intrigued by the clear image of the creature's heel. Well, the creature's heel is a costume foot. It is a costume foot. So, Why would you be fascinated with the heel of something if it's a costume foot? And look, there's good reason to be skeptical of this footage because it was revealed to be a guy in a suit. It was a promotion for a head shop, for a local business. He encourages his viewers to watch the video and decide for themselves. Well, I imagine most have decided for themselves when they saw the fact that it was a promotion for a local business. It's a guy in a suit, period. That's what it is. Let's not BS ourselves. It's a guy in a suit promoting a local business. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Here's an interesting one. Lake monster sighting reported by Slovakian hikers. A group of Slovakian hikers say they spotted a sizable mystery creature emerge from the waters of the country's largest alpine lake. According to a local media report, the intriguing event occurred late last month as Pavel Jakovic and two companions were exploring the high Tatras mountain range. While taking a break from climbing, the group was stunned to see a large white anomaly in the Verkhe Hinkovo Plazo Lake, approximately 500 feet below where they were resting. It must have been something very big if a person sees it from that height, Jakovic marveled, estimating that the mystery creature was at least 10 to 13 feet long. So we're talking about a pretty sizable creature, if indeed that's what it was. Now, I'm not going to say that people don't make up things occasionally. This could be all made up. But apparently we have one witness and we have his two companions. Apparently all three of them saw it, but they haven't spoken to the other two individuals who were there. So that would be called corroboration, if more than one witness sees something. That's how you get a murderer. That's how murderers are identified. That's how robbers are identified, through corroboration, where more than one person sees something. But, and the fellow says, probably if I were alone, I would have said I was dreaming, Jakovic mused, but we didn't dream this, that's for sure. In a testament to their sincerity, Tatras mountaineer Jaroslav Svork indicated that in conversation with the hikers, they literally swore that they had seen some strange creature there, like some huge fish, but they couldn't identify it. So someone did talk to the other two witnesses. I would love to hear from the other two witnesses to see what they say about it, not just the one witness. Would love to hear what all three of them have to say. In the meantime, I'm going to label this as a possible case of a lake monster. Now, here's a case of a cryptid being used in a good way to promote blood donations. Video: Dr. Chupacabra becomes unlikely champion for blood donations.
It's the devil.
Evil monster creature thing?
It's scary. I don't like it. It's a creature that you don't want to hear about, talk about, or even know about.
It's a blood-sucking, bone-chilling, legendary creature.
It comes out at night and you just want to stay away from it.
And now it's the new face of blood donation for Carter Blood Cares. We're talking about the legendary Chupacabra. It's a mythical reptile-like figure which some say attacks and drinks the blood of...
Yeah, but that's not reptile-like. That looks more like a mangy dog or a mangy coyote. That's not a chupacabra. That's not the typical classic descriptions of chupacabra. I've discussed chupacabra before here. So, you guys, I'm sure, can refer back to previous videos that I've done about the chupacabra. That this is more of a dog. This is a dog, a mangy dog or a mangy coyote.
livestock.
There's something spooky I hear, and I don't want to run across it.
The chupacabra is a modern myth which is popular within the Latino community. That makes it the perfect figure to push you to donate.
Chupacabras, he's a notable figure in Mexican and Latin American modern folklore. And by having Dr. Chupacabras as our champion, we hope his familiarity will bring more attention to the need for Hispanic and Latino blood donors.
Carter Blood Care introduced Dr. Chupacabra earlier this year, and they hope he can help change the fear and uncertainty about giving blood.
And just as we've seen the transformation of Dr. Chupacabras as a terrifying menace into a friendly and respected hematologist, our goal is to dispel some of the fear and myths around blood donation.
With more than 60% of Hispanics having type O blood, Carter Blood said there's always a need for more donations.
So type O blood is compatible with most patients who are going to need a blood transfusion.
And with the help of Dr. Chupacabras, lives are already being saved, one drop at a time.
You have that familiar, cultural familiarity, and it's just something that is representative of our community.
So something positive being done in the name of a mysterious and potentially vicious cryptid. Now this is in Texas. Now in Texas they have these mangy dogs or mangy coyotes that they call chupacabra. But they're not chupacabras. The classic chupacabra looks more like some sort of an alien. Has big spines on its back and red glowing eyes. And it has, like, I think, was it 3 fingers on each hand and 3 toes on each foot. Nothing like this. But still, it's a good thing that this is being done for people. It really is. Because people need blood. Hospitals need blood. And if they can use the chupacabra as a means to get more blood donations, well, I say more power to them. Finally, here's one in the Press X to Doubt category. Couple reports dogman encounter at infamous haunted British forest. A British couple says that they were left profoundly shaken by a terrifying encounter with a dogman that was lurking in a forest infamous for incidents of high strangeness. Coming to light by way of a local media report last week, the unsettling incident happened this past July as the unnamed husband and wife were walking through the notorious Cannock Chase, a forested area where all manner of weird events are said to have occurred over the years. In this instance, the couple claimed they were visiting a cemetery within the site when they noticed a putrid smell in the air. Initially, thinking it might be from a dead deer, their assessment was quickly upended when they caught sight of its source, a bipedal canine creature. We all saw something in the distance moving between the gravestones, the man recalled. It must have been 8 feet tall and it was incredibly broad. Recounting the chilling experience, the witness noted that the eerie interloper was covered in hair like a giant wolf, though moved around on 2 feet. When he wondered aloud to his wife what they were seeing, the man said the creature seemingly realized that it was being watched, which led to a truly frightening face-off between the couple and the canine cryptid. I'm going to have to press X to doubt on this one because there's not enough room in England for things like this. There's certainly not enough room for Sasquatch or any hairy bipeds. Nick Redfern's assessments of supposed Sasquatch in England notwithstanding. Now, I don't know what these people saw. Did they see somebody in a suit? Somebody goofing around and hoaxing? That's entirely possible. They claim it was 8 feet tall, but that could have been an exaggeration on their part. If it's a guy in a suit, then it would seem to be something a little bit different. A hoaxer. Not an actual dogman. I don't believe there are dogmen in England. I don't believe there's any dogmen in the United States. I think it's all mass hallucination, to be quite honest, and hysteria. Now, I guess the same argument could be made about Bigfoot, saying, well, isn't Bigfoot also mass hallucination? I don't think so. But for some strange reason, people are seeing dog-headed creatures. I can't explain the reason, but the phenomenon goes back quite a few years. The first really highly profiled case of alleged dogman was from, where was that? Elkhorn, Wisconsin. The so-called Bray Road Beast, which may have been a misidentified Sasquatch that may have a snout for all we know. Much like baboons have snouts. Maybe there are Sasquatch that have snouts. We really don't know for sure. Most of the reports, of course, that we get and that we hear about are of creatures that have flat faces. Now, are there bears in England? I don't know. Is there enough room for bears in the UK? Maybe they saw a bear and they freaked out and mistook it for a large wolf-like creature. That's entirely possible. If indeed there are bears in the UK. And if this encounter took place after dark, then I can see a good possibility of a misidentification. Let's see. Does it say? Doesn't say if it was after dark or not. I can't really tell if it was after dark or not. But it could have been just a case of hallucination between the two of them, or a bear that stood up on its hind legs. As I said, if indeed there are bears in the UK. But I personally don't believe in dogmen, to be quite honest. I know that may seem controversial, but there it is. That's my belief, and nobody's going to change that. Nor should they. Nor should they attempt to. And that's going to do it for this week. We want to thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. I always say that, but I always mean it. And I will continue to do this as long as you guys want me to. Oh, by the way, this Sunday is the 57th anniversary of the Patterson-Gimlin film. Regardless of what you think of the film, it's still a cool image, even if it turns out that the supposed creature in it is a hoax. If indeed it is a Sasquatch. Plus, check out my latest UFO Corner video about the Falcon Lake incident from Manitoba, the province of Manitoba in Canada. Now, next week, I'm going to try and hopefully expand, and discuss Canadian UFO sightings overall. It may be about more statistics, but I don't know. I have to wait and see, I suppose. But anyway, until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. This is HBM's Crypto Corner.